Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Baseball comes your way on a Wednesday afternoon. It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the Atlanta Braves. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about ready to go, towing the slab in today's game. Grant Holmes. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Michael Ciani leading things off and takes a strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Not
One
close
ball,
with that
2
one.
strikes.
And the count 1-2. And that skips into
2
dirt.
strikes.
Up the middle. Safe. It's an infield single to start the ball game.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. 2 hits and 4 at bats during yesterday's ball game. Foul ball there. Holmes checks the runner. Ciani dives back in safely. Runner at first with no outs here. Ground ball left side, could be 2. To second, that's 1. Throw to first, but he beat it. Here's Contreras now. On the corner at the knees for a strike. Nootbaar over at first with 1 away. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2. Breaks through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Here's Nolan Gorman. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. Line drive, and that's just foul. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Swing and a ground ball. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The Cards leave 1, and now the Braves with their first chance to hit. We're scoreless. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back at Truist Park, and our pitcher in this game, it's Sonny Gray. What do we have on him?
Been a very solid pitcher throughout his career. ERA around 3.5. What I like is he competes, he stays in the game, and he gives his team an opportunity to win.
Bottom of the first, and here is Ronald Acuna Jr. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And a swing and a miss.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
That one not close. And that's ball 2. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
That one off the mark, and a full count now. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Profar climbs in on that left side. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. First pitch misses. Nobody out, runner at first. Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1 now.
1 strike.
And a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Runner on the move. Pitching for a strike. Throw safe. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. No, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Gorman throws on to first. That ends the inning. One left for Atlanta, scoreless after one. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Alec Burleson. Holmes measures 6 feet even, 28 years old. A former first-round pick back in 2014. Holmes back to work. That's in there. Strike one.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And now it's even 1-1. Dave Lawrence assigned to work home plate in this one.
Good umpire, Boog. Very fair, very consistent. Now, I did hear some feedback that he opens up the outside corner a little bit on left-handed hitters, which, you know, for me, I'd be kind of salty. So maybe something to keep an eye on and see if that factors into this one at all.
Swing and a foul out of play. What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name. And that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometown. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He circles the bases. His 4th home run of the season. And that gives him a lead. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Now the outside corner. That's strike one. Misses the zone and he gets him to chase. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Fights that one away and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Baldwin down to first. Gets him. One away on a drop 3rd strike.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Pedro Pajes next up for the Cardinals. First pitch, and he just misses. One out, bases empty, and a run in here in the top of the second. That one ripped. Going back. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The relay throw. And he's out.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay right there to cut him down at third. And he probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
Two outs, base is empty. Now up for St. Louis, Michael Hellman. And that one a little below the knees.
Ball one, no strikes.
Two outs, base is empty. One now. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Batting ninth, left fielder, Victor Scott II.
Victor Scott will hit next. And that one moves his feet.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball up the middle. Dives and he can't hang on. Back to the top of the lineup, Michael Ciani. Next up for the Cardinals. And ball one. Late on that fastball.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Cut on and lifted in the air. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
First and second, 2 outs. Lars Nootbaar digs in now. He's 0 for 1. That clips the corner. 2 on, 2 outs. And a foul ball. Cut out and missed, struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Braves nothing. And we're back. Bottom half of inning number 2. Austin Riley at the plate.
Riley is one of those players that made his presence known in the majors right away. He hit a 438-foot home run off a Michael Wacha fastball in his second at bat, which is probably the best way to make a first impression as a rookie. But
there's a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
0-2 is the
tie a
count.
guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. He was hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. And he chases that one below the zone.
0-1.
One out, bases empty. He swings and fouls one off. Goes down looking.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Orlando Arcia. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
The 0-1 popped up and puts the squeeze on that one. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They trail things here 2-0. Back here in Atlanta, Wilson Contreras now up to the plate.
Wilson Contreras.
Close, but called a ball. 1-0.
Hey. 1-1.
Just missed. That one is absolutely belted. Tattooed to Tater Town and gone. He'll touch them all. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. What I love about this swing is he stayed tall, allowed his hands to go directly to the baseball, letting that bat head get down through the ball to create backspin and hit it out of the ballpark. Really nice job.
Here's the second baseman, Nolan Gorman. Grounded out his first time. And that one's a little bit low. Ball one. One run across in the frame so far. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that's in for a strike. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right
strikes.
there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Foul tip into the mitt, struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Burleson stands in now and watches strike one. Towards first. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And that one wrapped foul. And there's a ball.
2.
Next offering is in for a strike.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And that's
3 balls, 2
downstairs and
strikes.
outside. What a stop. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out.
First, it looks like making the stop is the hardest part, but feeding to the pitcher on the move, I think even tougher. Great job of hitting that moving target. They're going to be fired up in the dugout.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Right.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
0-1.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
1 ball.
That misses the
2
zone.
strikes.
Now 1-2. And that one
that's
missing low.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Here's the catcher to hit, Drake Baldwin. And that is out of play. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Another
No ball,
0-2
two
count
strikes.
right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Acuna batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Two outs. On the ground, right side, Gorman. On the run, sends it over to first. On the money, nice play. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 3 innings complete. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Braves nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Pedro Pajes. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
You know, these
Counts 1-0.
Cardinals showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that,
No, that's
they
low.
forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Check swing, called strike.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
That clips the inside corner for a strike.
2-2 the count.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Arcia. That's the first
He's
out
out.
in the top of the 4th.
Now batting, shortstop, Michael Hellman.
Michael Hellman next up for the Cardinals. Doubled his first time. Up the middle, Albies to first, and a couple of quick outs.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for St. Louis, Victor Scott. Reached on an infield single his first time. And that clips the inside corner. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals, but they lead it 3-0. Back at Truist Park, bottom of the inning. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jurickson Profar. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-1's
You know,
the
these
count.
Braves just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
On to first, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
Hey.
He's going to have to
0-1.
make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing
No balls, 2
anything,
strikes.
what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Olsen at the plate with 2 away, swings through that
1-1's the
one.
count.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off
1-1.
speed.
And the pitch is outside, ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
3.
And down on strikes he goes. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Braves nothing. We go to the top of the 5th. Now batting Michael Ciani. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored. So they turn things over to the righty, Hurston Waldrop.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
First pitch swinging, and it's a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Lars Nootbaar, the next to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. On the ground right side, 4, 6, out, 3, and they turn the double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. He's already homered in this game. That misses, and that is ball 1. Contreras, a former All-Star, 32 years old. He's been scoring a lot of runs lately. He scored 9 times in the last 10 games. Two balls, no strikes to count.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Right through there for a strike. To third. Riley fires to first, and Contreras is retired. And the inning is over. Redbirds down quietly, but they lead at 3-0. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So here's Riley now. Gray back to work. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1.
You know, these Braves just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Albies batting with 1 down, takes a strike. The Braves hitless so far in the game. On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time. Home half of the fifth inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
2 down, bases empty. Next to hit, Orlando Arcia. Swinging a foul straight back.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Nootbaar makes the catch, and that is that. Top of the 6th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Nolan Gorman.
Nolan Gorman.
That one ripped right center field. Way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Here's the Cardinal DH, Alec Burleson. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that is downstairs. And a count 1-2.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Hey, you got this.
1 down, base is empty. Albies. Now 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
2 outs, base is empty. Nolan Arenado now at the plate. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Breaking ball misses down and away. The 1-1 is fouled off. Outside low, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Next offering misses down and away.
You can do it. Let's go.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Yeah, the batter now, Pedro Pajes. Check swing, and he went 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And that one upstairs, ball one. Next offering is down low. And he grounds one back up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. First and second, 2 outs. Michael Hellman next up for the Cardinals. Check swing called strike. And it's 0-1. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Arenado at second. Pajes at first. 2 out of the inning. And a slider misses down and away. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Got him swinging, and that is that. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Braves nothing. Back here in Atlanta, bottom of the 6th. Now in for the Braves, Eli White. The other way, makes the grab, 1 away.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. Struck out swinging his first time. And a swing and a miss there.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
No ball,
just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Swing and a miss. Sonny Gray with the strikeout.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And you know, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
That one fouled off.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering upstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And now it's even up.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
3-2.
Caught him looking for the K. Braves go down quickly here. They trail it here 3-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Victor Scott II.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Dylan Lee.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You know, these Cards, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Just look at how the ball's coming off their bats, and tell me it's fun playing defense at this level. They've got 7 hits at 90+ miles per hour exit velocity, so you got to look alive out there.
That pitch in for a strike. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one down.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Ciani now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Swings through that one out in front that time.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
And the slider just misses.
One ball.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
On the ground to third. In plenty of time to first, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Now batting, right fielder, Lars Nootbaar.
2 down, bases empty. Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. First pitch misses. Outside with a breaking ball.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Swings through that one.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground to the left. Arcia fires across the diamond. St. Louis goes down in order. And down in order go the Cardinals. But they're on top by a count of 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now batting Jurickson Profar. And that's in for a strike. And it's even up.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Ciani pulls that one down, and there's one down.
Now batting, designated hitters. Marcel.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And a foul ball.
You know, he's been so great today, really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one way outside, and it's 2-2. The Braves yet to pick up a hit here. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
And the batter now, Matt Olson. Still no hits on the board. 1 out away from taking the no-no into the 8th. Clips the corner, 0-1. That one pushed to the left and foul. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The Cardinals leading by 3 here, the bottom of the 7th. That misses.
Ball 1.
It's a ball and 2 strikes. That one missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Two down, nobody on. And it remains 2-2. And there's a ball.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
On the ground, and that's through. Their first hit of the ball game. They saw a lot of pitches in that at bat and found a way to win the battle.
He made a great run at it, Boog. I mean, he had their hitters off balance for the entire game up until this point, and maybe he didn't get all the way to 27 outs, but he deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah, really fantastic effort. Gave us all a great show, and now we'll see what's left for him. So, man aboard. Here comes Austin Riley. Swings through that.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
Fouled off. He was late. Olson leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And a swing and a miss. The hat trick. That's a baker's dozen strikeouts for him in this game. That'll do it for the offense, but not before they manage to break up the no-hitter. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Braves nothing. Back at Truist Park, new inning getting started, and now the first baseman, Wilson Contreras. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Buck Farmer.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That one back. And it is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 4-0.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Nolan Gorman getting ready to hit. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Farmer in his 8th season, 34-year-old vet. He's playing today in his home state of Georgia. And that one in there at the knees for a strike. 0-2 now. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're at the top of the 8th. Next one misses.
Ball 1.
Now 1-2.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. He's already homered here in this one. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And a ground ball to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Nolan Arenado. 1 for 3. First
Ball
pitch just misses. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. St. Louis tacks on 1 with a homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Matthew Liberatore. He last pitched 2 days ago.
Number 52, Matthew Liberatore.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. The Braves in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Action in the pen down there. Ryan Helsley up and throwing. Leahy getting loose as well. The 0-1. And that one fouled off. The next offering misses, and that's ball 1. Just off the inside edge.
Executed that pitch very nicely, just missed with it.
Ah, that hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. So a man at first. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Orlando Arcia. He was late there, strike one.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Albies gets his lead at first, nobody out. Grounder might be two. Hellman over to second, and that's two.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
2 down, bases empty. And the batter now, Eli White. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Runner at first with 2 away. Drake, runner on the goal. Pitch misses. And safe. It's a stolen base. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Man at second. Swings through that one for strike one.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Now this is in the air down the line. Scott on his way over. He makes the grab, and that'll do it. Braves strand one. They trail it here 4-0. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Pedro Pajes. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0. And that drops in for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Check swing, called strike. And that one is downstairs. 2-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting, shortstop Michael Hellman.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Michael Hellman. In for a strike. It's 0-1. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That's a ball.
Squirts away a little bit.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Here's the left fielder, Victor Scott. Just missed.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn 2, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get 2 and end up with nothing.
Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. That misses, and a count 2-1.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Too low, and it's ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Over to Albies, but safe at first. It's a fielder's choice. And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Michael Ciani. Iglesias throw over, and he's back safely. And there's the strike. Pickoff throw. Scott back in on a dive. And that's the second disengagement now. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. And down on strikes. Third out, and that ends the frame. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order, due up. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Braves nothing. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th, Kyle Leahy.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Here's Acuna now. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. That's towards center. Ciani brings it in. 1 down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Now batting.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. First pitch swinging. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. That one missing inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Struck him out swinging. Braves down to their final out.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Next is the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Late on that fastball.
He's had a tough day at the
0-1's the
plate.
count.
3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Swing and a miss as he was late. 2 down,
0-2
nobody
the
on.
count.
We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Not
1 ball,
close with that
2
one.
strikes.
1-2 the count. 1 strike away. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. Out of here. Into the planter, out in center. Home run. A solo shot. It's 4-1.
He really needed that swing. He hasn't been getting a ton of results at the plate lately, so I'm sure that one felt especially good. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. Gave it a great effort, but you know those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Kyle Leahy done for the day. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Ryan Helsley. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Ryan Helsley.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. And the
That's a
first
ball.
pitch misses for ball 1. Two outs. And that
That's
misses. And that's ball 2.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Fastball for a strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.